Alright, hello there, everybody. We're checking out the Fortnite streamer everyone forgot about. I thought it was gonna be a short video, but it's damn near 30 minutes, so let's check it out.
Remember Skeptic? At
Nope.
just 14 years old, this streamer had an overnight rise to fame, going viral after killing Tfue in a game of Fortnite. From featuring on ABC
I didn't
News,
know that.
winning $50,000 at the Fortnite World Cup,
Damn.
being one of the fastest growing and most recognizable young gamers in the world, to now losing followers for 2 years straight, going
Damn.
inactive on most of his social media accounts, and struggling to pull 10,000 viewers with over 1 million subscribers.
Damn.
Skeptic has fallen to complete obscurity, with many labeling him as irrelevant. But just what caused this sharp decline? To find
Fortnite
out,
decline,
we must
I
follow
guess.
the tracks and go back to the start, to the moment Skeptic's career began.
Kids bro got
Killing
popular with a
Tfue.
game.
Yeah, I know. I should have killed that guy. I don't think he's that good of a player. Like, I wasn't even trying.
Damn.
In June of 2018, Skeptic, who at the time was a completely unknown 14-year-old streamer,
If
was
you
playing
blow up with the
Fortnite
game,
as
you die
usual
with
to
it,
a handful of
I
viewers,
guess.
when little to his knowledge, he would spawn into a lobby that would completely change his life forever. With perhaps a bit of luck, Skeptic unknowingly ended up in the same lobby as Tfue, who at the time was considered one of, if not the best player in the game. Tfue was arguably at the peak of his fame, having joined FaZe Clan just over a month prior, along with Fortnite being at the peak of its popularity. With no idea who he was coming up against, already 12 kills deep, Skeptic engaged Tfue and proceeded to outbuild and outplay him, swiftly killing him without even taking 1 HP of damage.
Yeah, I killed Tfue. I didn't kill Tfue. I didn't kill Tfue. What do you mean? I killed a guy named Magnetic. Oh, I actually killed Tfue! I actually killed Tfue! No way! Did you stream snipe him? No, I did not stream snipe him, bro.
Skeptic ended up clipping this moment from his stream and uploaded it as his first video to his YouTube channel. This video almost immediately blew up and now has over 10 million views to date. Skeptic went from a completely unknown 14-year-old to famous practically overnight. With the drive of new viewers, his Twitch channel exploded, gaining 35,000 followers in the month of July 2018, an astronomical rise from the 84 followers he gained for the entire month of May, just 2 months prior. With his newfound audience, on August 5th, 2018, Skeptic signed to Misfits Gaming, likely one of many gaming organizations who wanted to work with him. By this point, Skeptic was averaging around 50,000 new Twitch followers each month. He was getting millions of views on his YouTube channel,
Damn.
consistently pulling over 1 million views per video, and on September 2018 would debut his now infamous blue hairstyle, which would become a huge part of his brand, with many referring to him as Mini Ninja, which kind of hurt for publicity, considering Ninja was the most famous Fortnite streamer around. Things were going well for Skeptic,
How would it hurt?
and the work began to pay off. And in January 2019, still only 14 years old, Skeptic would make a video showcasing his $15,000 gaming setup, which garnered over 8 million views. Clearly, Skeptic was making a huge amount of money. In the same month, Skeptic would reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube
Damn.
and would return to his old high school on February 6th to celebrate. In the video, it's clear to see Skeptic is held in high regard amongst his peers.
Wait, old high school? Did he drop out of school or something, or did he go to college? Like, bro does not look like he was in college. So let me take that option out. And old high school, I guess he.
With many approaching him asking for a picture, screaming his name in the corridors, or wanting to have a conversation with him. Imagine being 14 years old,
Yeah, he's
having
14.
1 million subscribers
high
on
school.
YouTube, making hundreds of thousands of dollars from gaming, being famous, and all the kids in your school giving you positive attention. Skeptic seemed to be taking nothing but wins. But that was until just 8 days later,
Damn.
where Skeptic would have his first experience of the dark side of being an influencer.
For an effective defense against erosion and cavities, I recommend.
Oh, I thought I wouldn't be able to skip. Because usually you can, but hey.
On February
I don't
14th,
complain.
2019, Skeptic would upload the video Skeptic, the Past, Present, and Future, where he would address a video recently uploaded by another YouTuber exposing him for faking his Fortnite videos.
I'm gonna be talking about the situation with the YouTuber exposing me over the nuke video and the gold digger video. I obviously was wrong, and I understand why I'm getting that feedback. I'm sorry that I wasted your time. I really do deeply apologize. Again, I'm 14. I'm only human, you know, everybody makes mistakes, and
Who wrote
if you
this script
would keep
for
an
him,
open
bro?
mind for that, I would appreciate it a lot, and if you don't, that's perfectly fine.
To be clear, Skeptic was not accused of faking his skill at the game, and his gameplay was 100% legit. It was just a small minority of his content that was more in a style of a skit and meant for entertainment. But still, this fake content didn't go down well with his
what did he fake
audience.
though?
The video Skeptic would go on to post following this apology would see a considerable decline in views from his previous videos. Coincidence? I think not. Clearly a large number of his viewers had no tolerance for fake content and began avoiding his videos in their subscription feeds and homepage. This is the trouble with such a rapid rise to fame and being only 14 years old trying to run a brand worth potentially millions of dollars. Skeptic was bound to make costly mistakes like this. After all, he was just a kid. However, things weren't completely over.
What did he fake
Skeptic.
though?
Despite his YouTube viewership taking a small hit, he was still growing on Twitch and YouTube overall, and was certainly a hot topic. In the following month, on March 2nd, 2019, Misfits Gaming would post a mini documentary about Skeptic that would attract over 5 million views. How many 14-year-olds could have a video about their life and personality that could attract this many viewers? Well, the answer is practically zero. Skeptic was one of a kind. Around 2 weeks after the release of the documentary, Skeptic found himself in the center of drama once again, when he got into an altercation with another skilled teenage Fortnite streamer, TSM Slappy. This drama was fairly minor, but amassed over 3 million views, once again showing the market these young Fortnite professional players held. Soon after this, Skeptic would collaborate with the musician Marshmello in an episode of Cooking with Marshmello. That would also go on to gain 3 million views. Following this brings us to the beginning of the story.
Wait, was he the one who yelled
the run up
fighting
to the
pussy?
greatest Fortnite competitive event of
it?
all time, the Fortnite World Cup. All throughout these ups and downs, Skeptic had been staying consistent, putting in many hours a day playing Fortnite, competing to be amongst the best. Although Skeptic had killed Tfue those months ago, and would dominate public lobbies every day on stream, there was some doubt amongst the competitive community of Skeptic's skill at the game and whether he could actually compete at the highest level. And with the announcement from Epic Games of the upcoming Fortnite World Cup event taking place in July 2019, this provided the perfect platform for Skeptic to prove himself and show just how good he was at the game. Skeptic joined forces with a streamer by the name of Clix, another fellow teenage Fortnite competitive player who was just 14 years old at the time. Clix was a very small streamer, but was building a name for himself in the competitive community, dominating game after game, so Skeptic made the smart decision to team with him. Up to this point, Skeptic had only $200 of Fortnite earnings to his name, while Clix had just $500. This team seemed the perfect match. Underrated pro player with semi-pro content creator, both around the same age. Could this be the duo to win it all?
But then they got eliminated in the first round.
The Fortnite World Cup qualifiers began, and weirdly, Skeptic only partaked in 2 solo weeks and didn't manage to place higher than top 1500, which wasn't exactly a good look for him. Meanwhile, his duo Clix was absolutely dominating, qualifying on 3 separate occasions in solo. However, it wasn't all bad news for Skeptic, as with the help of Clix, he qualified twice for the Fortnite World Cup in duos, winning $7,000 in the process and securing himself a place on the main stage to take part in the grand finals in July 2019, where he and Clix would compete for the grand prize of $3 million for first place.
We got second in the world.
Oh, someone messaged me! He said, hey, congrats, you qualified!
$1,000, let's go! We qualified, Griffin?
A couple of months would pass, and in the lead up to the World Cup, Skeptic would feature in 2 new mini documentaries, one of which got an incredible 13 million views. Things were going really well for Skeptic, and he was evidently as popular as ever. Money was pouring in from left, right, and center, and every day he was getting closer to the Fortnite World Cup. Eventually July came around, and it was finally time for the Fortnite World Cup. And let's just say, Skeptic would take a lot of the headlines. This was Skeptic's moment to prove himself on the biggest stage. Having only just turned 15 recently, he would be competing live in front of millions of viewers, playing against the best Fortnite players in the world in a stage.
Bro, is it just me, or because I don't know what it is about like games, but I do not watch competitive. Like, I don't know. For Rocket League, I don't watch it. For COD, I don't watch it. For 2K, I don't watch it. For like anything, I never watch competitive play. I don't know why.
Stadium
I'm
19,000
curious
heads
why.
deep, with the chance to walk away with
I feel like I know why. It's because I usually watch the creator, right? When they make content on something, I usually watch the creator and not like them hosting stuff, right? Because, yeah,
millions of dollars added to the bank.
if you get what I'm trying to
Nades
say.
flying on in. Oh, the 150! The 150 makes the difference! Can Skeptic clutch right now?
The event didn't start well, with Clix and Skeptic making 0 appearances in the first game, presumably dying early on. In Game 2, things would go even worse for Skeptic, where he would be front and center of one of the most embarrassing moments in competitive gaming history. When an enemy player trying to kill Skeptic gets third-partied, he looks to the main stage display to see he's on camera. Skeptic then does an in real life take the L emote to the player who recently died, but just seconds later, Mitro and Mongrel swoop in and destroy him and Clix in an iconic instant karma moment.
They made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally gets a shotgun.
Yep. Shotgun picked up. Grenades now as well. They want to go for the second elimination. And
We take the oh my god, we
did
got
he
some
just
track
take the
talk
L in real life? Did he just take the L in real life? Homie, this is land.
40,
but the
He said,
stakes are
homie, this is
high.
land.
Oh, and look
Mitro
who's
Mongrel,
here.
third party.
Look
Hello.
who's here.
Oh, no.
NA puts up the tank the L, and EU says, no, no, no. I'm going to show which continent is best. Mitro and Mongrel, full HP.
Taking opponents' walls.
Damn.
Just stealing and bum rushing, and that's going to be it.
Damn.
There's no shot right there. Skeptic.
Damn.
Although somewhat embarrassing,
It would've
I
worked
personally think this
out,
moment was
but,
gold entertainment and demonstrated why Skeptic was so popular in content creation. Instead of focusing on the gameplay, he couldn't help but get sucked into trying to hype up the crowd. Skeptic and Clix didn't let this moment discourage them and went on to knock a handful of players in Game 3. But despite this, him and Clix were still nowhere near the top spots in the rankings table. Game 4 ended up being a complete write-off, and in Game 5, things would continue to go badly for the duo.
Clix and Skeptic, the duo underneath. A little bit of a split for Tetra and Eclipse.
Clix and Skeptic only building with Wood, and Wood gets shredded on through, and Skeptic, because of that, now down to just 25 HP.
Dante got
Tetra
metal
with the
or
Olymp
brick.
onto Skeptic, so it's a 2 versus 1. Clix now all by himself, trying to force him to happen. There's no shot right there as he goes down. The day of struggles for Skeptic and Clix continue.
With only one game left, the dream of winning seemed gone, and Skeptic and Clix would once again find themselves in battle with Mitro and Mongrel in the early game. They managed to escape both alive, but things just kept going wrong for the young duo, as soon after their escape, they were rushed by another team, and Clix would be quickly knocked down, seeing Skeptic in a 2v1 situation. But Skeptic wasn't going to give up that easy.
Clix does get knocked by the stink. Skeptic now at 150 HP. Eats the stink grenade to the face again. And with only 2 builds left, Clix now knocked and nades flying on in. Oh, the 150! The 150 makes the difference! Can Skeptic clutch right now? You see the panic stink, he actually stinks himself right there. Skeptic with no builds, relying on just this hand cannon. One goes through, wall in place, not gonna happen as of yet. Tries to make a shot,
Oh my gosh! The clutch from Skeptic.
Damn. Did he manage to
After this clutch, Skeptic would eventually die in the mid-game, thus concluding his Fortnite World Cup campaign. And with all said and done, Skeptic and Clix finished in the 35th place and took home $50,000. Although the performance was somewhat of a disappointment, considering the two were fairly new to playing together and were against the best players in the world, it was a solid performance. And for Skeptic as a content creator,
couldn't they have played the whole months leading up to it?
With his clutch and take
streams.
the L moments, he could take a lot of positives away from this event, as he was bound to have new viewers flooding to his YouTube and Twitch channels after these iconic moments.
Looking for your libido?
No,
Ollie's here to help.
that's tough. I didn't ask. Please leave.
However, it would quickly become apparent that things weren't going well behind closed doors.
Ooh.
When just 2 days after their performance, Clix would announce on Twitter that he is split up from Skeptic and will no longer be his duo's partner.
I'm obviously splitting with Skeptic as duos. He DM'd me and said, do you want to still duo? I carried my own weight, could we duo? And I told him, bro, you're a good player, but I don't think we fit as a duo.
And it would seem Skeptic didn't take kindly to this
I'm like,
news, firing back in his own tweet saying, I split with Clix. looking for a new duo that believes in teamwork and chemistry. This definitely didn't come across well, and seemed very passive-aggressive, with the Fortnite community clearly siding with Clix over Skeptic in this situation. Soon after this, Clix would go live on his Twitch stream to address the beef.
I'm gonna do nothing but be respectful to him. This is passive aggressive what he wrote, and you guys know that. That's just passive aggressive. That's absolutely immature, and that wasn't needed. I told him I don't want to be duos. I don't really know why he said that he split for me, but obviously it's immaturity. I'm not gonna really say anything.
It's hard to say who is telling the truth in this situation, but to me it seems fairly obvious that Clix was the one to initiate the breakup, and Skeptic's ego was hurting, so he wanted to come across on Twitter as if he was actually the one to initiate the breakup.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I've been nothing but respectful and mature to Skeptic as we split. He even messaged me like he carried me, which I completely understand. I didn't really perform too well. I didn't want to duel with him. Skeptic's a good player. I have nothing against him. It's just a little bit annoying with how he's thinking or how he's saying it. You know what I mean?
Now I think it's understandable that Skeptic may have been hurt by Clix not wanting to play with him anymore, but going straight to Twitter, making passive-aggressive comments, then supposedly blocking Clix and claiming to carry him comes across rude and disrespectful, considering how they were supposed to be close friends and how much Clix had done to help Skeptic in the competitive scene. But Skeptic would soon come around, and the two would appear to squash the beef, with Skeptic tweeting, "Clix and I just didn't mesh well as a duo. He's a beast at the game and one of the best players. I wish him nothing but the best and hope he finds a great duo." The following couple months after this drama went well for Skeptic, but towards the end of 2019, things would rapidly begin to fall apart. And this would prove to be the beginning of the decline of Skeptic's career. In just half a year, Skeptic's YouTube views fell a massive 75%, going from 5 million views in August 2019 to just 1.1 million in January 2020. This decline was having similar effects across his other social medias and Twitch channel. But how could this happen? Why were Skeptic's viewers disappearing? It's not abundantly clear. However, it is no secret that Fortnite was growing stale around this point in time, and pretty much all content creators were seeing a drop in viewership, as the game was seeing a decrease in player count. Long gone were the days of Ninja breaking records on Twitch and Fortnite dominating the pop culture of the youth. People were growing bored of Fortnite and moving to newer games. And this is the danger of being a content creator that sticks exclusively to one game.
Nah, sticking exclusively to one game isn't the problem, but blowing up with one game, I guess, might be. I don't know. Same. I guess they're the same. But also, what was I gonna say? I stopped really playing Fortnite when Black Ops 4 came out. I don't know if that's when that happened, but that's when I low-key stopped.
If that game becomes irrelevant, so do you. Having said that, Fortnite certainly wasn't dead, and perhaps adding more salt to the wound, Skeptic's ex-duos partner Clix had been absolutely crushing it since their split after the World Cup, and to this date is more successful than ever, and has been the most viewed English Fortnite streamer for 2 years running. All at the same time, Clix has been maintaining his elite level of 2 years more than ever, and has been the
Trying to see if I know any of them. I guess I kind of know Nick. And I guess Ninja. And Tifu. On that, nah.
most viewed English Fortnite streamer for 2 years running. All at the same time, Clix has been maintaining his elite level of skill in the game, which can be proven by him recently dominating and winning a solo cash cup. But the same certainly can't be said for Skeptic, and with videos such as Why I'm Washed, it's clear Skeptic was nowhere near the standard he once was. Skeptic was no longer a hot topic. He was no longer seen as one of the best players in the game. And of course, with growing up, he no longer stood out as being the youngest kid around who was cracked at video games. Throughout 2020, his viewership would fall further and further. And by November 2020, Skeptic's monthly YouTube views were down to 200 290,000. It's almost hard to fathom these kind of numbers, considering where Skeptic was just over a year ago. But it wasn't just a loss of viewership. Skeptic actually ended up losing over 10,000 subscribers in the same month. And unfortunately, things would not improve in 2021. Skeptic would change his thumbnail format in an attempt to revive his channel, but it was to no avail. He was struggling to pull 20,000 views on a large amount of his content. On top of this, he was uploading at a far slower rate than when he initially burst onto the scene in 2018. And to make things worse, a large amount of his comment section was dominated by people saying things like, definition of fell off. This guy, bro, fell off. 1.3 million subs and only...
They purposely clicked on that video just to know they're gonna add a view. Just read that you fell off. That's good.
4K views, you fell off hard. Now, I can't say exactly what was going on with Skeptic, but in my opinion, this viewership decline, lack of uploads, and lack of streams were likely due to a lack of motivation. Why would Skeptic push himself to upload more content when with each video he posted, he would get lower views than ever, and every video would be plagued with comments from people saying he fell off? Remember, by this point in his career, Skeptic had made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Did he really need to post YouTube videos anymore? Skeptic was growing up fast and had recently turned 17 years old. Perhaps playing Fortnite for 8+ hours a day, constantly streaming and working on YouTube videos just wasn't of interest to him anymore. And this theory was supported by a post to his Instagram in mid-2021, clearly showing he had been focusing a lot of his time in the gym. And on top of all of this, it would seem Skeptic was struggling with finding happiness despite his huge financial success.
You won $50,000 playing World Cup, how weren't you happy? Money definitely doesn't make you happy. Money gives you freedom. 1 equals yes, 2 equals no. Do you think money makes you happy? I can just tell in my chat that you guys are gonna be shocked later on in life. How are you gonna be unhappy with 3 million in your bank? You're gonna be so shocked later in life.
Sure, money itself doesn't give you happiness, but it gives you the opportunities to go find what makes you happy, bro. Because if you don't got to worry about money, then you straight. You don't got to worry about bills that really... If you don't got to worry about the necessities that need to get paid, then you could look for the happiness, bro. Like, bro, that's why I don't get it. Of course, money itself, the paper, doesn't bring you happiness, bro. You use it on the necessities that you need to live, and then you find the stuff that makes you happy. What the?
I want you guys to remember this conversation we're having right now.
Like, bro, it's taking that literal. Like, okay, yeah, money doesn't make you happy. Of course, who cares about the paper? People wouldn't care about the paper if you didn't need it for everyday life. But because you have an excess amount of that paper, you could find your happiness not needing to worry about everyday life.
To me, this seems like a clear insinuation from Skeptic that he wasn't feeling very happy, and I don't think it's hard to see why this could have been the case. Let's be honest, streaming full-time isn't exactly the most healthy lifestyle. Spending 8 hours a day, devoid of physical interaction, skipping meals, not getting sunlight, with a constant expectation to entertain. And even for someone of Skeptic's age, cranking 90s for hours on end and trying to be a pro gamer can be more draining than you'd perhaps believe. Sure, the pay can be incredible, but money and fame can't supplement everything in life. But perhaps I'm reading into this too much, as the next part of Skeptic's story would seem to contradict his prior statements, alluding to his lack of interest in money. When towards the end of 2021, Skeptic would continue to slow down on uploading content to YouTube and live streaming on Twitch, and appeared to push his professional gaming roots to the side in replacement of his newfound interest for NFTs. In August 2021, Skeptic would post to his Twitter saying, "Got into my first NFT project. This whole space has been super intriguing to me." But Skeptic wasn't done there, when just a month later, he would tweet, "Just spent $38,000 on a JPEG, adding a mutant ape to his collection."
I wonder how much that costs now.
These kind of posts, I very much doubt resonated well with his already dwindling audience. Relatability is one of the key metrics that makes content creators successful, and let's just say flaunting the fact you spend the average person's yearly salary on a JPEG image isn't
That's ugly as fuck.
exactly the most relatable or admirable thing in the world. Not long after this, Skeptic would begin promoting a variety of NFT projects on his Twitter, with tweets such as, "Teamed up with my friends to give away some fire NFTs." Skeptic's fans had come to follow him for his elite Fortnite gameplay and personality, not
Always gotta keep the main thing, bro. Damn. I'm pretty sure LeBron said that. Bro. And I've also heard Case say this. I'm just getting better at the main thing. Brings up avenues for other things. But keep the main thing.
for NFTs. And these kind of tweets were beginning to annoy his followers, and to no surprise, that month Skeptic would lose 515 of his Twitter followers.
Damn. You know the struggle you have to go to? It's not really a struggle. That you have to go through to click on a nigga's profiles and go to his page and then unfollow. You know the struggle you got to go through? Because I don't even do all that. But if you got to do that, you really don't want to see him.
Skeptic was more than welcome to find new hobbies and interests, but in terms of trying to maintain a career as a gaming influencer, moving far away from your roots at the same time as seemingly promoting the idea of spending thousands of dollars on JPEG images probably wasn't a good play. Things would get even more questionable when on October 27th, 2021, Skeptic would announce the start of his very own NFT project. Tweeting, "Proud to announce my first project in the NFT scene. Been working on this for around 2 months. Not going to be your average influencer pump and dump." The Discord server and tweet have since been deleted, so I would naturally assume the project was a complete failure. I don't know why this was,
Coffeezilla,
but
get
I
'em.
think we all know that influencers and NFT projects don't tend to go
Coffeezilla,
well
get 'em.
together. Just over a month later, on December 2nd, Skeptic would appear to reacquaint himself with his roots in gaming, tweeting, "I think it's my time to finally come back to Fortnite." But these words were short-lived, as just a few weeks later, when 2022 came around, Skeptic would move further away from Fortnite than ever before and practically disappear from
play
the
COD.
internet.
Nonsense.
Skeptic would go missing from his Instagram, with no posts from December 26th, 2021 until June 30th, 2022. His YouTube would see a similar treatment, with him uploading a video on 27th of January, then disappearing until July.
Wouldn't he have staff though? Like, so getting the ideal video and then sending it to your staff is going to take a while, right? But wouldn't he have like this, right? He did a challenge, right? Right, he does that, sends it to his staff who would edit his videos, and then they can send it back and then he uploads it. So I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do that, right? On this too, like, he's doing challenges, right? He could have people come up with
presumably he
types
would
of ideas
also
he could do.
abandon his Twitch channel over the same time period.
Damn.
However, Skeptic wasn't completely
doing it for
missing,
23
and he
minutes.
would stay surprisingly active on his Twitter over this period of time. But it wasn't exactly riveting
Coca-Cola?
content, as throughout January and March, just about
Coca-Cola,
every
bro.
single tweet
Cheers.
Skeptic would make would be revolving
Something
around
big is coming.
NFTs. Notably, the majority of these tweets focused on a project Skeptic founded called Boxer Apes. He would tweet the following: "In case you didn't know, I'm a founder of Boxer Apes. Retweet to get whitelisted for Boxer Apes. The Boxer Apes Discord is slowly opening." He would then tweet, "We broke Discord, it's too lit in here," and also provided a
How many
video
people were in there?
where the Discord group would appear to be extremely active. However, if we fast forward a year to as of when I'm making this video, the Twitter account for Boxer Apes doesn't exist anymore. Take of that what you will. For the next few months, Skeptic would continue to have 0 uploads to his YouTube channel, 0 pictures uploaded to his Instagram, and persist with tweets about NFTs or random giveaways. That was until July 9th when Skeptic would return to YouTube, with a video that amassed 30,000 views. Soon after, on July 21st, Skeptic would announce on his Twitter of his intentions to get back to YouTube after inactivity, but once again, he would not follow through on this claim and wouldn't post another video to his channel until over a month later on August 29th. Then after this, Skeptic would disappear again, and his YouTube channel wouldn't see another upload for a month and a half until October 14th. A couple weeks after this upload, Skeptic would make what would prove to be his final tweet on October 27th, 2022, and since then, he has been completely missing from the platform. However, his YouTube wouldn't be completely inactive just yet, and on November 17th, Skeptic would post perhaps his worst performing video
Challenge
yet.
toxic skills. You hide and seek your cousin.
Gaining just 4.8 thousand views. The comments on this video continue to follow the trend of negativity from what is left of his audience, with comments such as, "Fell off so hard, 920 views in one day? What the frick happened to this guy?"
Can I get 920 though?
Skeptic would then
I would
post
appreciate
another
it.
video just 5 days later, but once again, it wasn't received particularly well. He would then go another full month with no uploads until December 26, 2022, when he would post what would prove to be the last video uploaded to his channel as of making this video in February 2023. It's been almost 2 months and there has been no upload since. Considering Skeptic has disappeared for months before, it is natural to assume this is just a break. However, when you couple this with the inactivity on his other social medias, with his last post on Instagram being 25th of December 2022, his last Twitch stream 3 months ago, his
Damn, for
last post
22
on
minutes.
TikTok 22nd of July 2022, and last post on Twitter, October 2022. This may well be the last
And I thought I was
we ever
inactive
see
on
of Skeptic.
TikTok.
From a practically overnight rise to fame and fortune at just 14 years old, competing at the Fortnite World Cup, interviews from mainstream media, appearances with celebrities, and having the dream job of many teenagers, Skeptic's online presence would fade out almost as quickly as it came to fruition. However, despite all the comments saying he fell off, let's not forget this. Skeptic achieved more in his life before even reaching adulthood than most of us will throughout our entire lives.
Damn.
Skeptic is still just 18 years old, and thanks to his hard work, he has the financial means to do just about whatever he pleases with his life. It's easy to discredit Skeptic and title him as that Fortnite kid who fell off, but think how much he grew up over these last few years. He's not 14 anymore. People change, passions and interests change. Maybe streaming isn't for him anymore. Skeptic's story serves as a reminder to the struggles and challenges of finding fame and financial success so young, and more so, maintaining it as you grow up.
Good video. Written by Saint. Directed by Saint. First video on your channel and it's crushing. Congrats. Really? First video? Damn. 2.3 million views. Very good video.
Remember
Keep it up. So then we don't forget about people. I don't know. But like, subscribe. See you guys later. I hope you have a good day or night. And bye. And let me know if you guys actually watched it, because I did. But yeah, bye.